Imagine this, you survived one of the most devastating events in human history, only to face it all over again 3 days later. Sounds like something out of a twisted movie, right? But for one man, Tsutomu Yamaguchi, this was real life. Today, we're diving into the unbelievable and inspiring story of the man who survived not one, but 2 atomic bombings, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Grab a seat, because this story will leave you speechless. Let's go back to 1945. The world was in the throes of World War II, and Japan was reeling from years of conflict. Meanwhile, the United States had developed a terrifying new weapon, the atomic bomb. On August 6, 1945, the US dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, Nagasaki faced the same fate. Together, these bombings marked the beginning of the end for World War II, but at an unimaginable cost. Now, meet Tsutomu Yamaguchi. At the time, he was a 29-year-old engineer working for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. Little did he know, his life was about to become a story of survival unlike any other. On August 6th, Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima for a work trip. It was supposed to be a routine visit, but fate had other plans. As he was heading to the train station to return home to Nagasaki, the sky lit up with a blinding flash. That flash was Little Boy, the first atomic bomb. Yamaguchi was only 3 kilometers from the epicenter. The blast knocked him off his feet, ruptured his eardrums, and left him with severe burns across his upper body. Despite his injuries, Yamaguchi managed to find shelter and survived the initial chaos. He spent the night in a bomb shelter, surrounded by the cries of other injured survivors. The next morning, he emerged to witness a city reduced to ash and rubble. A vision of total devastation that would haunt him forever. Yamaguchi's determination to return home to Nagasaki was extraordinary. With burns on his face and arms and barely able to walk, he somehow managed to find transport out of Hiroshima, clinging to the hope of reuniting with his family. After an arduous journey, Yamaguchi finally arrived in Nagasaki. It was a bittersweet reunion. While his wife and child were overjoyed to see him alive, they were horrified by the extent of his injuries. You'd think surviving Hiroshima would be enough tragedy for one lifetime, right? But Yamaguchi's nightmare was far from over. Despite his injuries, he insisted on reporting to work at Mitsubishi on August 9th, just 3 days after the first bombing. While Yamaguchi was at work, the unthinkable happened again. The US dropped the second atomic bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, on Nagasaki. Yamaguchi was once again about 3 kilometers from the epicenter. This time, he survived by sheer luck, taking cover in a reinforced office building. The explosion shattered windows and caused severe structural damage, but Yamaguchi emerged alive. Though further traumatized, miraculously, his wife and child also survived the Nagasaki bombing. The family's home had been destroyed, but their lives were spared. Together, they began the long and painful process of rebuilding. After the war, Yamaguchi's story could have ended in bitterness, but instead, he chose a path of peace. For years, he kept his experiences to himself, focusing on his work and family. However, as he grew older, he realized the importance of sharing his story. Yamaguchi became a vocal advocate for nuclear disarmament, traveling the world to speak about the horrors of atomic warfare. His message was simple: no one should ever have to endure what he and so many others experienced. In 2009, the Japanese government officially recognized Yamaguchi as a survivor of both atomic bombings, making him the only person in history to hold that distinction. Yamaguchi passed away in 2010 at the age of 93, leaving behind a legacy of resilience, hope, and a powerful call for peace. Tsutomu Yamaguchi's story isn't just about surviving unimaginable odds. It's about resilience, hope, and the human spirit's ability to endure. His life is a powerful reminder of the consequences of war and the importance of striving for peace. So, what do you think? Could you imagine surviving not one, but 2 atomic bombings? And what lessons can we take from Yamaguchi's incredible life? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more incredible stories from history. Thanks for watching, and remember, the power to change the world starts with understanding its past. See you in the next video.